Hello dear viewers, welcome back again in Glittering Biology with your Bio Guru Alok. Here once again I am along with you with a new chapter of your book. That one is the plant kingdom. Under this chapter we will just study about the autotrophic type of organism present on the earth. They are just having special features. We need to study about the at least 5 features of each along with their economic importance in the nature. Under this chapter we will study about the algae, bryophytes, pteridophytes, gymnosperm and most advanced type of plants, that one is the angiosperms. So let's begin uh, with the chapter that here in the kingdom plantae what we need to study this classification what we are just following right now. That one is the 5 kingdom classification which was proposed by the R.H. Whitaker. He has classified the 5 kingdoms: Monera, Protista, Plantae, Fungi and Animalia. Under the kingdom Plantae he includes all photosynthetic multicellular plant groups which are belonging to the algae, bryophytes, pteridophytes, gymnosperm and the angiosperms as I told earlier. So let's start the classification of kingdom plantae as it is shown in your book with the flowchart. You can just see there that it is classified into the 2 main groups. First group is the algae, the plants without embryo, and the embryophyta, the plants with embryo. Here you can easily understand what is the basic difference between these two categories. Algae will be further divided into the 3 main classes which is required to be studied at this standard. That one is the rhodophyceae, phaeophyceae and the chlorophyceae. They are normally called as the red algae, brown algae and green algae in sequence. While in the embryophyta, means the plants with embryo, will further subdivided into the bryophyta and the tracheophyta. Bryophyta, these are the plants without vascular bundle, while in the tracheophyta there are the vascular bundles are present. So as the advanced level of plants are developing, there are few changes you are just getting one step by step. Under the bryophytes we need to study about the liverworts, hornworts, mosses, while tracheophyta means the vascular tissue where there are present, they will be further divided into the next subcategory. That one is the pteridophytes and the spermatophytes. Pteridophytes what are? These are plants without flower, means whenever there will be no flower there will be no seeds are present, while in the spermatophytes there are the seeds are present. Pteridophytes will be further divided into the classes. That one is the Psilopsida, Lycopsida, Sphenopsida and the Pteropsida. These are the classes which are under the pteridophytes. While in the spermatophytes we will just divide it into the 2 main categories. That one is the gymnosperms where there are the naked seeds are present along with the plants, and the angiosperms, this is the most advanced type of plant with the seeds enclosed inside the fruit. Here gymnosperms will be all further divided into the different classes, while angiosperms are just considered as a dicot as well as the monocot plants. So let's begin with the algae, where we are just going to talk about the special features of the algae. Here I would like to tell you that the study of algae is called as the phycology. Phycology is the branch of science where we are just studying about the algae. This the term algae was coined by the Linnaeus for the seaweeds, while M.O.P. Iyengar is the name which is just considered as a father of modern algology of India, and he has contributed a lot for the Indian algology, discovered a terrestrial green alga. That one is the Frischella tuberosa. And what are the most distinctive features? What are the special 5 features we need to study about the algae? That one is the algae contain green pigment chlorophyll with a thallus like plant body. Means here we cannot differentiate the plant body into the root, root stem and the different leaves. The thallus lacks vascular tissues and there is a very less differentiation of true tissues. Means classification, means the differentiation of the tissues are also not very easy. The sex organs are normally one celled without any sterile jacket. This is the another special feature of the algal group. Here in the upper part of this page you are just having no embryo formation after gamete fusion. You have seen there was the no embryo present with the heading algae while we are just studying about the flowchart. This and the next point which we need to study, that one is the distinct alteration of generations. Means distinct alteration of generation. Here the gametophytic and the sporophytic phases are also observed. So these are the 5 features which you can just keep it in your mind. Algae, the one more important and very common feature, that one is the mostly algae are aquatic, either marine or freshwater forms, while they are unicellular as well as they may be filamentous like the Spirogyra and the Eulothrix. The plant body is called as the thallus, which I earlier told you. That they have the mucilage covering that is protects the algal thalli from the desiccation, epiphytic growth, and from decaying effect of the water. Means these are the plants which are just present under on the surface of water or inside the water. So this mucilage protects them from the decaying. Vascular tissues are absent, as earlier I told you. Mechanical tissues means the it is found in land plants but not found in the algae. Nutrition, they are the autotrophic in nature. Chloroplast and the chromophores have chromatophores have photosynthetic pigments. These are chlorophyll A, carotins and the xanthophylls. Underline these all 3 which are important for your one word or the fill in the blanks. Vegetative reproduction, it occurs by the fragmentation. Asexual reproduction, that is takes by the motile and non-motile spores. These spores are 2 types. That one is the mitospores produced as a result in the mitosis, and the meiospores produced by the meiotic division. The most common being zoospores. They are flagellated and on germination gives rise to new plant. Reproduction, there are the various types of reproduction. It is given isogamous, anisogamous and oogamous. Just have a look of these all 3. In this type of, means first we are just going to talk about the isogamous. Iso means same. In this type of fusing, gametes are morphologically similar but physiologically different. This type of reproduction just observed into the Chlamydomonas, Eulothrix and Spirogyra, etc. While anisogamous, as the word aniso means, here it is the non-similar. The gametes have similar morphology but they differ in their size and behavior. The larger passive gamete is called as the macrogamete, while the smaller active gamete is called as the microgamete. Chlamydomonas is another. Some few species of the Chlamydomonas are also considered under this type of reproduction. Oogamous type. In this type, the female gamete is large, food-laden, non-flagellated and non-motile. it is called as the egg, while the another small flagellated motile gamete, which one will be called as the sperm or the spermatozoid or anthrozoid. That one is the that one is also observed along with the Chlamydomonas, Oidogonium, etc. Alteration of generation, as earlier I told you, may or may not be present. Life cycle may be the haplontic, diplontic or diplohaplontic. Three types of life cycle will be there: haplontic, diplontic or diplohaplontic. What are the importance of the algae? Here you can just see their producers of the aquatic ecosystem, means aquatic ecosystem. Algae are the organisms which are the mostly supporting the ecosystem by producing a huge amount of oxygen. They are major producer in all aquatic ecosystem and supporting the food cycle also. Fixation of CO2 and release of O2, as earlier I told you. For this reason, oceans are called as the CO2 sink tanks, means they are just removing the carbon dioxide from the atmosphere and balancing the oxygen level into the nature. Roughly 70% of the marine algae are used as a food. That one, under this, the sargassum, laminaria, porphyra and some common source of food and fodder are also included. And the food supplement, later you will study about the some unicellular green algae which are considered as a single cell protein also. In that, chlorella is the most common. Spirulina, that one is the blue green algae and rich source of protein, vitamins and the minerals. These food supplements are very useful for the astronauts. Later on, under the classification of algae, here it is, we need to study about the rhodophyceae, phaeophyceae and the chlorophyceae. But before going in details of the that classification, we need to talk about the pigments what are present over there along with the algae. So here we all are just familiar with the chlorophyll pigment. There are the categories of the chlorophyll also present. That chlorophyll A is present in maximum groups of the algae, while chlorophyll B is the unique pigment which one is present along with the chlorophyceae, and the chlorophyll C is related with the phaeophyceae, and chlorophyll D is related with the red algae. Means here what you need to study, that chlorophyll A you can keep along with all the algae, but whenever we will just talk about the chlorophyll B, it will be the supporting pigment of chlorophyceae. Supporting pigment along with phaeophyceae will be the chlorophyll C, and the supporting pigment for the red algae, that one is the chlorophyll D. Now later on, what is the carotenoids? There are the two main categories under the carotenoid heading. That one is the carotene and the xanthophylls. They collectively called as the carotenoids, and carotene and the carotenoids both are present along with the algal group. Xanthophyll, the most common, Fucoxanthis is the main pigment of the phaeophyceae, and phycoerythrin, that one is another red pigment, that is R phycoerythrin, present in the rhodophyceae, which is considered as a that red algae. Now I would like to tell you about the only the important features, main characters, what are the present along with the these three classes which are in your syllabus. First, here I am just having that rhodophyceae, phaeophyceae and the chlorophyce. So first of all, I would like to tell you what is the common name for these all three classes. That is, the rhodophyce will be considered as a red algae, phaeophyce will be the brown algae, and the chlorophyce is the green algae. So in the red algae, the common major pigment what are? They are the chlorophyll A and chlorophyll D, along with a special pigment that is called as the phycoerythrin. Means in the rhodophyce, the three pigments are present: chlorophyll A, D, and the phycoerythrin. What is the stored food material of the red algae? That one is the Floridian starch. And what is the number of flagella present on the red algae? So here there is a no flagella are present. While whenever we will just talk about the phaeophyce, that one will be considered as a brown algae, that is having the most common pigment, that is the chlorophyll A along with the chlorophyll C, and another pigment, that one is the fucoxanthin. Here stored food material for the phaeophyce, that one is the laminarian starch. You can just along with this laminarian starch, you can just add another name, that one is the mannitol. That is also stored food material for the phaeophyce. While the number and position of flagella, whenever we will just talk about, then they are unequal and the lateral. And in the third class, that one is the chlorophyce, which one is the most common, green algae. They are having the chlorophyll A and chlorophyll B as the major pigment of their body. Here food material, stored food material, is the true starch, and the flagella are 2 to 4, rarely 8 at the anterior side of the body. So these are the features which are just related with the these three categories. And if we will just talk about the habitat, another habitat is given, that uh, whenever we will talk about the chlorophyce, their habitat is the fresh water, brackish water, and the salty water. While phaeophyce, the fresh water, rarely they are found into the fresh water. Brackish water and salty water, they are most favorable. While in the rhodophyce also, there is the fresh water, very few species are present. Brackish and the salty water is the most common for their growth. You can just see there later on, the examples are also given about the red algae. Here in the red algae, the unicellular Porphyridium filamentous, Astrocystis, and the Spermotheminon, these are the common example of that red algae. While whenever we'll just talk about the most common examples of the red algae, Porphyra, Gracilaria, Polysiphonia, and the Batrachospermum, these are the common example of this red algae. Same manner, whenever we will just talk about the that economic importance of the red algae, then they are very common for the food and fodder in the in the different parts of world. They are consumed as a main food material, as in Japan and China, you can just see there, and Ireland. Commercial use, they are chondrous species, yields and extract, that one is the carrageenan, that is used in the preparation of the laxative, cosmetics, in making chocolates, ice creams, toothpaste, etc. Even there is another content, it is given about the agar, which one is a common example for the culture medium. Formation of the coral reefs, calcareous red algae play an important role to formation of the coral reefs. In the brown algae, you can just keep the examples like that sargassum, it is the most common, it is called as the gulf weed, and laminaria, that is devil apron or the ore weed, that is very important. And another one is the fucus, dictyota. These are the common example of the that phaeophyce. Food and the how they are just involved in the food and other medicinal uses, you can just read from the book. For the green algae also, with this content, this is the first part of plant kingdom which we have completed. In the next lecture we will just talk about the that bryophytes. Thank you everyone.